in everything, both offensively and defensively, and we will see what's up with Jonah Heim. Now, the next one is Sheldon Neuse. In 344 at-bats, 112 hits, 25 doubles, 17 homers, 73 ribbies, batting .316 with a .390 on-base percentage. Now, things that pop out when you hear Neuse's numbers. The 25 doubles is very intriguing. That tells you that he can hit the gaps, and that is another reason why he has 73 RBIs. People look too much into the homers, but if a guy can hit the gaps in doubles, that can bring just as much as RBIs as homers can. And Neuse has shown that because the high doubles, the amount of doubles that he's had, and 354 at bats, that is a lot of doubles that he's hitting right there. Now, can this be utilized for the A's for the future? The thing with Sheldon Neuse, you see him only being able to be a third baseman, first baseman, or second baseman. 2 of the 3 are blocked by superstars in this franchise, which is Matt Olson and Matt Chapman. The 2 Matts. There's no way you're going to move him. There's no way you're going to bench one of those 2 just to have a better bat. No. Like, Matt Chapman is having the best offensive season he has had. Matt Olson is in a power surge right now. There's no way that Sheldon Neuse can be better than him defensively. So those are many reasons why Neuse is not going to get called up soon. Now, if he switches to second base, however, that might be the only case. If the Barreto thing doesn't work out and they manage to find a trade for him for pitching aggressively, let's see what happens. Neuse can come in, play second base, and show you what you got. Profar, I think, would still have competition offensively wise because he's not that great defensively either. So Neuse can probably match up with Profar. And if he replicates anything close of what he's done in the AAA level and to the majors, that is something that can be intriguing for these A's fans that are very, very high on Sheldon Neuse. Now, let's switch it up to a pitcher. Grant Holmes in AA 4.2 record, 3.08 ERA in 15 games, 49.2 innings pitched, 3 homers, 21 walks, 43 Ks. Now, what's concerning about Grant Holmes, as well he's been pitching number-wise, the walks, the control has been an issue for him. That is something that he has just not been able to bounce back from. He has always had good numbers. Good stuff. This is something that we understand that Holmes can provide. Holmes knows what he needs to do. He knows that probably he's going to end up in the bullpen, if not going to be in the bottom of the rotation type of guy, unless if he breaks out. But, I mean, people kind of lost all patience with Holmes just because he doesn't have the great reputation staying healthy-wise. So Holmes is kind of a love-hate type prospect, but you got to give him credit for pitching this great in AA. And if he can replicate some numbers in AAA, he might be a surprise call-up candidate for the future for this Oakland A's team. Now, overall, let's go with this series. Oakland versus Minnesota. We lost the first game 6-3. Now, the A's have this little problem when it comes to playing on the road. They are 31-20 at home, which means they are over 500 by 11 at home. But they are 24-23 on the road. They are close to being 50-50 on the road. Now, that has gotten better as of late. Many of those road losses are from losses and early on the season. So this can be just a quick makeup that the A's can do. But it needs to start. Because with Minnesota, the A's are going to be facing the better 3 pitchers on the rotation. Bassett versus Odorizzi, It's going to be a good one. We all remember Odorizzi last time, but he got hurt. He got that little injury list stint after that start with Oakland. I think he came out in the 5th or 6th inning. So Odorizzi wasn't 100%, and let's see what he can do this game. Brett Anderson versus Berrios on Saturday. Anderson pitching extremely well as of late. Berrios is the ace. As much as I want to say Jake Odorizzi is the ace, Berrios has been the number one guy that the Minnesota Twins can rely on because he has been just lights out. Very impressive what Berrios has done. He's also an all-star, so he is one of those guys that are going to shine at home against the Oakland A's. And if the Oakland A's need to be taken seriously, they need to take these first two guys out. The third matchup, Mengden versus Michael Pineda, which might be the most interesting one, just because Mengden right now, in my opinion, is pitching just as good as Pineda is. Pineda is not having that really great of a season, but he is a good enough pitcher where you just got to take him seriously anytime he takes the mound against you. Now, Minnesota right now, they are in first place, 60-36 record. So far, they have the last 10 games has been 6-4 the record. That's something that's crazy for Minnesota. But the real thing is they're very good at home. 30-17 record. 30-17 record, which is phenomenally well. This is a team that produces well at home. They can beat anyone at home. You know, they have the team to do it. They have the fans that are loyal to them. Berrios, Odorizzi, Pineda leading this rotation. Let's see what the A's can do against them. Now, it's a hard task, but the A's need to start learning how to play against these big-time teams. The last two sweeps that they had was against a last-place Seattle Mariners team for 2 games, and it was against a very, very poor Chicago White Sox team. And it's good to say that, I mean, the Minnesota Twins are definitely not going to give them a break, you know, and the A's just got to keep producing offensive-wise. Now, let's look at the playoff picture so far. Houston in first place, 61-37 in their division, in our division actually, in the Western Division. The Yankees 62-33, Minnesota Twins 60-36, and then the wild card picture. The wild card picture with Cleveland leading the top of the wild card, Oakland second, so that means Cleveland will face Oakland if the season were to end today. Tampa Bay is right behind Oakland by a half a game, and Boston is a little below that as well. And then the next 3 teams is Texas, Angels, and Chicago White Sox. Now, out of all these teams, the team that I'm mostly worried about is Houston. New York Yankees, we haven't faced them enough to really give them a good look. That's something that's going to come in later on next month. We're going to have that Yankee and A's matchup. We usually have 2 or 3 of those of the year, and we will finally see what these 2 big teams can do in the AL. Houston is the one that I'm mainly concerned, though. Houston is the team that has the death lineup offensively wise. Now, when I'm telling you, they have great hitters. I mean, they have guys that can flat out rake. He is Bregman, Gurriel, Correa, Yordan Alvarez, the new DH, Jose Altuve, Michael Brantley, Josh Reddick. Now, those are the top hitters. And if you can count correctly, that is 7 hitters already. So that is something that the Houston Astros know that they have. They know that they can out-hit any team, and that's what they do. They get back into really, really big games that are usually lost by many teams, and they flat out just start raking at moments where they can get back in any game necessary. But they're not only just great offensively, but pitching-wise, they have been great too. Verlander and Cole leading the rotation. Miley has been a great surprise, pitching below a 4.0 ERA. So Miley has been a really great surprise for Houston and worked out extremely well. Osuna, Presley, and Harris leading the rotation. I mean, not the rotation, the bullpen, pitching under 3. Houston is good overall. Jose Altuve, great defense. Bregman, great defense. Correa, great defense. Gurriel, it's good defense. Reddick, great defense. Do I need to go on? Brantley can play great enough defense to be a good defender. DH spot is where I'm going to focus into right now. Yordan Alvarez is legit. He is hitting above a 300 batting average right now at Houston. Does Houston scare me? Yes, they scare me senseless right now. They are a team that I can literally say they can end a hot streak in a heartbeat against any team, not just us, but against any team. Now, the Yankees, another first-place team in their respectable division, their superstars right now, Gary Sanchez, hitting over 20 homers. Luke Voigt, DJ LeMahieu, one guy that I wanted in the offseason, who is flat out raking, and I mean raking, in the majors with the New York Yankees, hitting above 300. Is doing great with the Yankees. Gleyber Torres, doing great. Giovanni Urshela, an all-star, hitting over 300 as well. Flat out raking with superb defense. This is the guy that I am going to talk about right now. But let me just keep finishing this up. Aaron Judge and Edwin Encarnacion. Encarnacion, you can love and hate him. I know he's hitting 165, but in 85 at-bats has hit 7 home runs and is close to hitting 30 home runs for the whole season. So, Encarnacion, impressive power-wise. Hitting-wise, to get on base, I mean, it's just, at this point, it's either dinger or he's out, you know. That is the New York Yankees. Giovanni Urshela is someone that I want to talk about. Urshela, you all know who he was with Cleveland. But he was not taken seriously in Cleveland. Was always blocked by Jose Ramirez. At that point, was one of the better hitting third basemen in the MLB. And right now, he is doing a Didi Gregorius. He is doing the best impression of Didi Gregorius that he has done. Remember, Didi Gregorius was not as great as a hitter, as a shortstop in Arizona when he was with Arizona before he got traded to the New York Yankees, as when he was a Yankee. We all remember Didi Gregorius out of nowhere started having a lot of power, started fixing his swing, and started having way more success, and became a key part of this Yankee team. Shortstop position is it's Didi Gregorius. Same can go with Gio Urshela this season. Urshela, superb defense. Great defense. A defender that has the arm, that has the range, that has the speed to play the hot corner every game. You can trust him with any play that goes down. Offensively, has done stupendous. 9 home runs. He's not really that much of a power guy, but he can get on base and hit. That is something that surprised the Yankees. It surprised the fans. I mean, he was just looked at as a little bit of depth, and out of nowhere, he just started hitting into the lineup, and now is becoming a key factor with the New York Yankees. Now, do I think he will keep going? Who knows? He probably will. He probably added something to his game that probably made the adjustment for him to be able to hit that much. But is he going to continue that? I don't know. There might be a decline. And next season, even this half, you never know if he's going to keep hitting.